Hi there, students. Gormless and Feckless. And this video is dedicated to Yuri. So what's the difference? Well, Gormless, somebody who's gormless is stupid. And they're not able to get anything done. Lacking intelligence. Whereas feckless is more about being incompetent, being irresponsible, lacking effect, ineffective, incompetent, without vigour, without purpose, without decision to do something. So gormless is lacking sense. They haven't got any brains. Gormless. Whereas someone who's feckless, they only want to do what they want. They're totally incompetent. So our feckless leaders, they're lazy. They are incompetent. They don't do anything that helps. And I think that they both look at ineptitude, that somebody is just inept. So if you're gormless, you're dull, you're stupid, you're lacking in common sense, but you're quite harmless. Gormless is harmless ignorance. The gormless man just stood there watching while the house burned. Feckless, ineffective, lacking strength. So he was watching the house burn, and he went and got a cup and started throwing cupfuls of water on the fire. That's feckless, something ineffective. Okay, lacking initiative as well. Now, this word gormless comes from the Lancashire dialect, gaum, meaning stupid. We've got Proto-Germanic gaumaz or gaumo, heed or attention. So gormless, lacking intelligence, lacking understanding. And then feckless comes from Scots, fectless. But this is a variant of effectless, without effect. So effectless, lacking purpose, without skill, incompetent, lacking the courage to act in a meaningful way, irresponsible, worthless, futile, hopeless, ineffective. So I think if somebody's feckless, they lack the motivation or the drive to do something effective. Whereas if they're gormless, they lack the brains to do it. So gormless focuses on a lack of intelligence, whereas feckless focuses on a lack of effectiveness. A lack of energy, a lack of motivation to do something. Only motivated by the things that you want to do, that you want to do. So ineffective, incompetent, useless, without purpose. And then gormless, lacking intelligence, not understanding. She stared blankly at the instructions, looking completely gormless. He was a feckless manager who never saw any of his projects through to the end. So feckless, weak in character, lack of strength in character. And I think a feckless person, they may know the consequences of their action, but they don't care. Or they don't have the ability to do anything about them. So feckless is about effectiveness, whereas gormless is just about being stupid, not being aware. Feckless, ineffective or weak, useless, incompetent, futile, lacking initiative. Whereas Gormless, dull, stupid, clumsy, clueless, ignorant. Notice both of these are unpaired words. It means there's no gormful and no feckful either. They're just gormless and feckless without any direct opposite to them. So he stood there with a gormless expression, not comprehending what was happening. His gormless response indicated that he had not been paying attention. The gormless student failed to answer any of the questions correctly. The gormless driver caused an accident by jumping a red light. He proved to be a feckless leader and unable to make any significant decisions. The feckless employee never met his deadlines. She lived a feckless existence, always relying on others for support. The government's feckless approach to the crisis only worsened the situation. Okay, so feckless and gormless. These formality. I think gormless I'm going to give Gormless a 5 in formality. Feckless I would give a 6.5 in formality. So feckless is much higher up the formality scale. Gormless and feckless. Bye for now.